Hello, hello, Gemini. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I am programming the cards for you for October 2nd through the 29th. There will be 4 weeks, and of course, at the very end of this overview, I will be reading the first week being October 2nd through the 8th. So, let me program these cards for you, and we will get into what's going on for you this month. Okay, so I'm going to set these cards aside really quick, and I'm going to go ahead and program these cards for you for the first week of October, being the 2nd through the 8th. And we'll get them pre-programmed so that we don't have to worry about doing this when it's time to read the first week. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to set these ones aside and let them wait for when we're done with the overview. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start the overview by setting up the 4 rows of cards. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. There are no bad cards in the deck. They're just lessons. So let's do this thing we do. So the first row is where we are, what's going on, sort of our guiding theme for the week. Second row is what's blocking us, stopping us from moving forward with our theme, and or distracting us. And of course the third row is our solution. So here we are, and let's go ahead and get into the overview. October 2nd through the 8th, we begin this week with the Tower. The Tower is a card that can be a plus or a minus, and it means for me I have to read the other cards that go with it to get an idea if it's a plus or a minus. So we have the Tower, we have the 7 of Swords, taking your power back, being a blockage for you, and then we have the 2 of Swords as your solution, being that you need to let down your guard and allow yourself to be vulnerable in order to reclaim your power, because you're actually operating out of fear, and that fear is holding you back from moving forward. So we are looking at these 2 power play issues as the blockage and the solution, which is very interesting because the Tower can be things falling together or things falling apart. And right now, I can't honestly say that I have a vibe on what that's going to be. But I'm looking across at these cards, and I am going to say, based on the 10 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Empress, that they're not perfect yet, but they're going to get good, and by the end of the month, things will be absolutely perfect. Okay, so I'm going to say they're in the middle of falling together. That's my supposition at this moment. When we go deeper at the end of this video, we will have more cards to help define and refine my understanding. But for now, I'm going to say that, yeah, no, I mean, I don't pretend that every little thing falls into place immediately. Which may be what the Tower is absolutely telling me, is that things aren't falling into place immediately. They are going to fall into place eventually, just not yet. Okay? That's kind of the feeling. Look at that. It all came out. Boom, right there. So next week over, October 9th through the 15th, we are looking at the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is telling me that you are wanting to take your ideas and go on the road. You want to share what you've learned with the universe. And there's no gateway, no door opening for you to do that. The 2 of Wands is in the blocked department, telling me that no, it's not time yet. It's not time for you to do that just yet. But the 5 of Swords is here to say, as your solution, but you can take your power back. You can become more in control of your situation, and you can certainly control what you say and how you say it. So you're in charge of the message for sure. It's not time to share it yet, but absolutely it's time for you to embrace the words that you want to say and be an empowered human being in this moment. So that's interesting. That's an interesting week right there, October 9th through 15th, right? So 16th to 22nd is the King of Wands is here, telling us that you have a compadre, a buddy, a pal, a like-minded human who is going to be standing beside you and saying, hey, check it out. This is who I am. This is what's going on. I stand here with you. I believe in what you have to say, and I'm with you. Let's do this. Now, the Emperor is saying that things at house and home are not quite right. There's a blockage from the home front. It could be a relationship partner. It could be, physical stuff going on at the house. Things like unforeseen trees falling or whatever. So, interesting, right? So, keeping that in mind is a big deal. We are keeping that in mind as we embrace the possibilities of what's going on. So, something will happen at home, I think, that will stop you from moving forward with your project. If it's like one of those, let's go on a trip and do this thing together. The fact is, you're going to have to stick it out at home and hold the door open for the fix-it guy. Bummer. Sorry about that. And the Knight of Swords is here as your solution. The solution, of course, is fighting for your power. And it might be delegating somebody else to go hold the damn door open for the fix-it guy and saying, look, I have better things to be doing than holding the door for the fix-it guy. I will go do my own thing, and somebody else will go and do this. So you might delegate it and find your own power in that situation. So that's fun. Okay. Now, Gemini, on the 23rd through the 29th, we have the Empress showing up. The Empress has shown up to say, hey, you've done a lot of work. Now, you get the wish card. Ta-da! To me, this is the wish card where the Empress has shown up. She says, you can have anything you want. All you got to do is wish for it. You're just going to put the energy out into the universe about what you really want, and it will come to you serendipitously. It won't come to you in a traditional way. It will come to you in a special way that's unusual, unexpected, and totally free. No big deal. Serendipity is playing its part, right? I have found that when you put enough energy out there for the right things, they come to you in their good time. So, be careful what you wish for as well, because that is always the story with the Empress. You've got to be careful what you're wishing for. Now, the 4 of Swords is here telling me that, indeed, 6 of Swords, sorry. A little dyslexic there. The B and the 1 and that 1 and the B, la la la. Roman numerals are hard, okay? So basically, 6 of Swords is telling me that you want to use your power to help others, and that is a good idea. It's nice that you've manifested some good stuff. You're going to use your power to help other people. It is the blocking department, I'm not going to lie. So while you're trying to help other people with your power, it's not going to go as well as you planned. Be aware of that, but know that your finances are safe. The 9 of Pentacles has shown up as your solution to say, hey, but you made money. Everything's good. So you made or saved money in the process of doing what you're doing. And so, you know, the end of October is pretty good for you, Gemini. Let's go ahead and set these cards aside over here. We'll go in deep on those in subsequent videos. Meanwhile, I'm going to take these ones from this first week, the 2nd to the 8th, and we'll go ahead and add some cards to it and get it some good answers. Alright? All the cards face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the cards. Just don't read them upside down. Alright, so what we have here is we have bookended Two of Swords. Interesting. The Tower is still in play. Well, of course, it's the guiding theme. So the the Tower is here. We have the Two of Swords, and we have this like-minded person. Okay, so we have a good friend, feminine energy person, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is here, and she is talking about how, hey, I'm here to support you, though everything falls apart. And the Two of Swords is telling me that you're being afraid right now isn't helping the situation. You need to put your swords down. Take off your blindfold and see that there's nothing to be afraid of around you. See how that is? There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing going on in the water. There's not even a sea monster. You're good. Okay? So let yourself be a little vulnerable in this moment of now, Gemini, as things begin to move in the right direction, right? We were talking about that. This is the beginning of moving in the right direction. We said that the Seven of Swords is talking about how you're not going to be able to take your power back right now. So don't try and take it back per se. Just know that you don't need to be quite so harsh while you're doing this stuff. You need to be vulnerable, right? You need to ease up, okay? The Hermit card is here saying don't be trying to curl up in a ball or anything. This is not time to close up shop. This is time to be friendly and vulnerable with your girlfriend right here, your lady person, your feminine energy friend. Let that person be your support system, but don't try to use your power to help other people. Don't try and take your power back. This isn't about you throwing your responsibility around or getting busy with anything. It's about stop, do this, and stay here for now. And once you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable, which is actually part of your solution. We were talking about that over here. The Two of Swords again saying my solution is to really embrace being vulnerable. Oh, it's so scary, I know. Ooh. But absolutely, you will feel free, you will feel joyful, there will be an opportunity to feel new in the process. It's like you're shedding off an old coat of yucky stuff that doesn't fit you anymore, and you're like, okay, that was me being afraid of something that was unnecessary to be afraid of. Feels a lot like something that you had talked yourself into being afraid about for quite some time. Only you finally had to have the conversation with your good friend, be vulnerable, let her know what was on your mind, and in doing so, you're free. Yay! Very exciting stuff. We like being free. We like being okay, especially in our own skin, etc., etc., etc. Good job. The Queen of Pentacles is here to say, yes, you feel free, you feel new, you've been vulnerable, yay, and now let's worry about the money. Haha! Let's see what we can do with the money now that you've freed yourself from all this burdenous BS that was unnecessary, okay? This is good news. Excellent stuff. You did some growing this week. Boom. Nothing wrong with growth, okay? Growing is good. We like that. So, excellent. Stepping forward, we will talk to you next about October 9th through the 15th. Thank you.